to the commercial review with Creep and Chaos. Creep, what's on your mind this week?
I'm just trying to think. All right, one spot I've been noticing lately is the Bud Light Dude spots.
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, remind me again what those are exactly.
Basically, they consist of the main character, and he's usually with one other guy, and he's put into situations where he doesn't like what's happening or it's uncomfortable, and he basically responds with, dude. So basically, I have a series of faux pas, if you will, and this guy going, dude.
But they're not always
dude.
negative, right?
For the most part, they are, but sometimes they're positive, but his response is always the same. It's dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I like these commercials. I think they're good.
I like them too. Beer advertising, for the most part, I feel has been really lacking lately. Primarily from Miller Lite's end of the spectrum. One of their latest spots was one where they featured the classic Budweiser Dalmatian jumping
very annoying.
from the Budweiser truck into a Miller Lite truck. If you ask me, that's just lazy advertising.
Yeah, that was weak. I don't know. Beer ads, I think in the past have been pretty good. You think of like Miller Time or stuff like that.
Right.
They're usually pretty funny. But the problem is Miller Time worked because it was random.
And
Beer
hilarious.
ads are just supposed to be funny. And if you do funny, it might work for one commercial, but like this dude ad, you do more and more commercials trying to hit the same funny spot or whatever, it just doesn't work. For example, I saw one recently that had Joe Buck in it.
The baseball
he's not
announcer.
He's not in it just once, he's in it twice.
Yeah,
and,
I've seen that one.
It's too much. It makes me say, you know what, if you really want to stretch out the dude ad, you know, it just could go in different directions. I don't like the celebrity cameo. Dude.
Agreed. And I believe that was only the third differentiation in that line of spots, meaning they're already struggling to keep it fresh in the third
Do
spot.
you count the first two as, so you're counting the first one, even though it kind of intermixed a lot of the same ones, you count that as two commercials?
Actually, I'm thinking of, yes, both versions of the first one, which is, we'll call it 1A and 1B, and then number 2, Joe Buck.
Okay,
so
that's
all versions of this campaign thus far.
I mean, I'm not in the industry, but I often wonder what is classified as a separate commercial, or is it more of a 1A, 1B kind of thing?
Well, typically the way these things work is you start off your commercials with a longer, sort of full-length feature commercial, and then after you get enough exposures, after maybe a couple weeks, several days, you trim it down to a shorter spot just to bring back that little refresher for people.
And maybe the shorter ones, there's two different ones, the shorter one. Or
yeah,
like
it's a mix, or it's just an abbreviated version. That's typically how these things work.
Yeah, I don't know. So the Bud Light Dude commercials rating.
I'm gonna give it a bow and a nosedive.
Interesting. I think I'm going the same way. I think I'll go with the bon man.
So you're in between.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
You know, and maybe a third commercial, a third new spot will really, you know, take me either way.
Interesting. All right, there you have it. Our take on the Bud Light Dude ads.
I like this commercial.
All right, let's see what this is.
Are you tired of looking ridiculous in pictures? Do people ask you to step out of photos at parties? Are your name and the word Photoshop frequently used in the same sentence? If this sounds like you, then let the picture posers help. Because if you don't look good in a picture, you're probably just an idiot.
Oh man.
Bump Bound, great commercial.
Yeah.